welcomes you to this instructional video on how to start your brand new handheld gyro. I'm Bruce Peckman, the muscle man of technology. Let me show you my credentials. You know, folks, before we get started and have a lot of fun, we got to learn how to start this handheld gyro. What I'm holding in my hand is the blue Powerball gyro. And remember, if your gyro doesn't look exactly like this, it's okay, because whether you have the Pro model or any other model, the starting sequence is all the same. So let's get started right now. I'm going to show you 4 different methods on how to start your handheld gyro today. Now, this is so much fun, I can't wait to show you, but a quick safety precaution: remember to keep your hands and fingers free from the yellow rotor, because that's spinning quite quickly, and keep that in mind also when you're handing it off to a friend. Okay, the easiest way to get started, notice I'm holding it out in front of me, and notice it's up and down, it's spinning freely. I'm going to do what's called the karate chop method, and I'm just going to go and give it a little shot like that, and you hear it spinning. Notice my whole arm isn't moving up and down. It's just a little technique, and I don't have to spin it that fast as much as I have to spin it up and down. See, I'm going left and right, up and down, left and right, up and down. You see that? And notice it's spinning faster and faster and faster. Once you have it spinning at this speed, you can then free to do the exercises, which we're going to go into in a couple of minutes. Now, I want to show you another method of starting the gyro. I'm going to slow this thing down slowly but gradually, and I'm going to show you what's called the finger flip. Now, the finger flip is very easy to do. Again, I hold the rotor in front of me, and I'm going to just keep my thumb and give it a good flick like that. And that's all it takes to get the rotor going, and I'm going to do the same thing as before: left and right, left and right, left and right. Okay. Another alternate method, the third way of starting, is to actually use the red power cord. You'll notice on your yellow rotor, and I'm going to show you a close-up right now, there is a hole in the center. That's exactly where you're going to put the little lace. It's called the power cord, and we're going to put that in, and we're going to spin that up. And then, after we have it threaded, we're going to just simply pull it down or pull the cord straight up like so. And that's going to start the gyro spinning very easily. Now, the fourth method, we're using the optional power starter. I'm just going to press the red button right here, and I'm going to touch it to the rotor. And look at that, it's going to spin it up really fast. And boom! And that is another way of starting the gyro. Now, keep in mind, folks, I showed you 4 different styles of starting. You can start it with the karate chop method. You can start it using the thumb flick method. You can start it using your power cord that comes with your gyro, or you can use the optional power starter. You know, to get arms like this takes a lot of work, but one tool that's going to help you immensely is the Dynaflex handheld gyros. And you know something, folks? Whether you have the Powerball that I'm holding in my hand now, or any other model of handheld gyro, all of these exercise secrets and tips apply, because it's all the same movements. First one is that I like to call the wrist horizontal. And what I'm going to do is just use my wrist, and you can actually see the fibers in my arm working. And all I'm doing is going back and forth in a controlled motion. Now, I want to tell you right now and speak to you about what consists of a rep, so that you can exercise in a clear, precise manner and you can get accurate results. Now, what I'm going to do and what consists of a rep is actually spinning up the gyro and then spinning it back down. What I'm going to do is I'm simply going to push my hand down and up like this, but I'm going to spin up the gyro and then I'm going to spin it down. Watch again. I spin it up and then I'm going to spin it down. And that consists of 1 rep. And you want to do plenty of these. If you just pull this straight down, almost right to where your waist is, and come back up, you'll notice that you're going to get a terrific pump in your triceps, in your biceps, in your forearms, and even in your shoulder. This is fantastic for therapy. If you have carpal tunnel or any repetitive stress injury, there's nothing better than the handheld gyros. This is the best tool you will ever find to help you get the conditioning back and lower arm strength. Now, I'm going to show you a couple more exercises in a minute, and please, if you have any other questions, go to the website. I'm going to show you a little variation of that horizontal that we just showed you earlier. Now, that horizontal left to right, I showed you with our hands a little bit more contracted, but look, by just extending your arm and doing the same left to right, I'm pulling in all of my triceps, I'm getting in all the flexors of the outside of my forearm, I'm getting a little bit of bicep, and I'm still getting a great pump in my lower arm. Now, just by holding your arm, you can see straight out what a terrific variation is. And again, I'm just going left and right. Now, here's this. By just twisting my hand, look how it notice. I'm going to go slow again. I'm twisting my hand, and now just doing it in an up and down fashion, I'm absolutely changing the dynamics of the exercise. And now I'm working different muscles in my hand and different muscles in my forearms. This is such a great motion. I love the Dynaflex handheld gyros. It's such an easy way to get a quick pump. I don't need any dumbbells. I don't need anything but my handheld gyro. Now, let me show you. A lot of people ask, what can I do for my arms? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this in my right hand, and you can use it. Remember, folks, whatever you do in one hand, do it the other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just pump my biceps, and I'm going to show you to the camera. By just moving, you can see all the fibers in my arms moving. This is such a terrific exercise for getting your biceps conditioned and toned no matter what sport you're trying out for. Whether you're a golfer, a bowler, a tennis player, or just a fitness nut like me, there's so many great exercises, you're only limited by your imagination. Remember, the Dynaflex handheld gyro is a terrific tool for strengthening your hand, whether you have carpal tunnel syndrome. For rehabilitation purposes, you won't find any better tool than what I'm holding now. Now, I'm going to show you a terrific variation right now on just changing our hand positioning. Now, instead of using the gyro on the standard way, I'm going to flip it up, and I want to show you right now in the camera how I have the rotor facing up. Well, remember how we started with the left to right rocking motion? That's exactly what I want you to practice doing right now. With the rotor up, your thumb on one side, your index finger on the other, and a good grip with the remaining fingers on the side of the gyro, I want you to do that nice, smooth left to right rocking motion. And you know something, folks? That is going to absolutely give you a terrific burn and terrific conditioning on your flexor carpi radialis, the inside of your forearms, and a little bit of tricep as well. This is also going to greatly enhance your finger strength, which brings me into another lead-in exercise for purely isolating finger and hand strength. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the gyro upside down, and now doing it in the standard manner, I'm just using my fingers. Notice how my fingers are straight out, and I'm going to keep the rotation just like I was doing before. Oh, what a great burn this is. Now, if you notice how my fingers are equally centered on top of the gyro, and I'm just doing that nice spin move. This is such a fantastic conditioning exercise. Now, as you know, your handheld gyro is one of the single best tools for improving your strength of your lower arm, your dexterity, your finger grip, your wrist grip. It'll increase the range of motion in your wrist flexors and a host of other terrific benefits, including strengthening your golf game, helping you in bowling and in tennis. And remember, if you're a big computer user, I'm the Muscle Man of Technology. I live on my computer. It's really very therapeutic. It's great even if you have carpal tunnel. But please, do not touch that rotary yoke when it's spinning, and also do not overdo it. Like any form of exercise, it will take some conditioning and practice to get into the groove. You'll have years of enjoyment from your gyro.
The product has helped numerous golfers improve their game, so much so that the Dynaflex Gyro Exerciser has been awarded the PGA Partners Club Tested and Approved seal of approval.
Hi, I'm Jerry James, long drive champion, PGA of America member. Also, I've trained tour players all the way down to beginners. You want to get longer, you want to get quicker, you want to get faster, and there is no better tool to give you stability through impact, to build forearm strength and range of motion than the Tour Grip.
All right, I'm going to show you one of the new options for the Dynaflex Powerball. This is called the new Speed Meter by Dynaflex. Taking the cap of your Powerball or your Pro Plus, popping it off as we can see here. Installing your speed meter is as simple as plugging it directly in to the cap area and snapping it on. This is a unique device designed to calculate the speed of the rotor simply with three functions. The functions that will actually work the units are: one, we'll turn it on, and I'm going to show you one of the three functions, which is really a unique piece. If we want to calculate, for instance, have a race with their friends to see who can pick up the most speed. Simply turn it to the middle function, as you can see the function switch here. Give it a spin, and once you give it a spin, you'll see your digits are changing there, giving you the max speed. There's only 363 revolutions. By winding your gyro up, now, as you can watch, the movement on the unit, the maximum speed that I just reached was 6,200 RPMs. Now I'm going to increase that by moving my wrist from right to left, right to left. Those RPMs are going to pick up. Bring it up to approximately 9,000 RPMs. And again, if you let it hover, you'll be able to read your meters. That's 8,000 RPMs. And we'll see if we can increase that even more. Simply by moving your wrist from right to left, you increase the speed on the gyro, 10,959 RPMs. Let's see what you can do. You can purchase your Dynaflex speed meter directly from dynaflexpro.com.